I'm a lifelong addict alcoholic. I believe God put you where He wants you. And one day I was at an AA meeting. I just got a DUI, wrecked my Jeep, lost everything. Me and my wife split up. I actually was here with just clothes on my back. Tony just happened to be there that day. Sat between me and my mom, sat through the meeting. He was there for another client that had just got their 2-year coin, and at the last minute she called him and wanted him to be there. And I had just come down from taking care of court in Idaho on my DUI. If it wouldn't have happened the way it happened, I wouldn't be here. I would have never met Tony. Got his card, he told me about the program. I just turned 62, so I put in for the Medicaid. You have 30 days for it to come through, or you can't go into the program. It's within 30 days of when you're released. And so I was getting down, to the last 1 or 2 days, and finally got through. And talking to my caseworker, I explained to her what was going on, and she said, just a minute, and she pulled it up on her computer, and she says, hey, Beecon Recovery is a licensed provider. Got on the phone with Tony. It was after hours. I called him on his mobile. He met me here at 9 o'clock the next day, and I've been here ever since. For me, this is like home. When I get here, when it's time for me to go, I don't want to leave. I'm getting that much out of it daily. Like for the rich and famous, and it's right here in Brigham City. I'm from Brigham City, I was born here. There was never been a treatment program in this town. You always had to go to Ogden or Salt Lake, or if there would have been this program, when I was a kid, I might have recovered, 40 years ago. Because right now, I'm clean, I'm sober, it doesn't bother me. I've gotten what I need to, my depression's gone, the anxiety's gone, I'm not using, and it doesn't matter anymore. That part of me is like gone. Counselors, being able to identify, and help me identify why I used, trauma in my life that led me to using chemicals and alcohol and cigarettes to feel okay or get through the day. I don't need to do that anymore. I've dealt with, some things, and the brain mapping, the biofeedback. I love the biofeedback. They actually hook you up, and you play a game on the computer. They hook up the electrodes and you play it with your mind. My addict behavior and stuff is the way I was wired my whole life. Now, through the treatment here, I can actually rebuild neural pathways and change my thought process, my behaviors, and my goals. I'm at peace with myself. I've accepted what I've done in the past, and I've been able to make leaps and bounds in changes in my life. Like I said, I've been in programs before. I always wondered what was wrong with my brain. Well, these guys actually tell you and help you, rebuild neural pathways to have different thought processes. And without this opportunity, I never would have be where I'm at now, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's a program that if you want to go in, and Tony told me from the start, I'm only going to put into it what you put into it. And I always pack a lunch and hope he's got his boots on, because I'm here every day. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. I look at what I put my family through. It's not only didn't affect me, everyone around me that loved me and watching me do this to myself my whole entire life. Now they're going, wow, they're at awe, just like I am.